What is going on, everybody? We are back for some more WCW. It's revived, it's revved, it's relived. There's a horrible saying there, but I'm joined as always by the one and only Chris Mullins Jr. How you doing, friendo bendo?
What up? I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Wow. So, let's jump in here. Nitro. Just kicking off the show pretty strong. Austin Aries comes out, says he's the greatest man that ever lived, and says that last week it was just a fluke what happened with Orange Cassidy getting the best of him. We're not even going to talk about that. He's still the greatest man that ever lived. But then out comes EC3. He says, hold up. Now, I know people think I've been a little too silent here and there these past 2 weeks. But Austin Aries, you coming out here saying you're the greatest man that ever lived, that's a true joke, and that's going to cause trouble. Now, why don't we truly see who is the greatest man that ever lived? Why don't you meet me in the ring tonight? Austin Aries says, you know what? Let's call it a main event match for the main event caliber of main event talent. Start off the show strong there at 90, probably better than what I could explain it, honestly. So, after that, something that I actually can explain, I'm really more happy about. So we kick off here, we got Raven and Rosemary. They're in the ring. Rosemary, she's got that look on her eyes that she's ready to go after the WCW Women's Championship from Tennille Dashwood tonight. Raven explains that he's ready to expand the flock. He defeated Darby Allin. He destroyed skater culture, as he thinks. Old man Raven thinks that he's destroyed skater culture. And but Mike Bennett and Kevin Conjure are nowhere to be seen, and Raven says that it's time to indoctrinate a new member to Raven's flock here tonight. And so he brings Mike Bennett and Kevin Conjure, he summons them, and they bring out Zachary Wentz, who's being dragged out. And then Raven, he opens up from his jacket pocket a strap, not one of those, and he puts one on Zachary Wentz. I can't make it sound horrible, I'm sorry. He puts it on his wrist, and he puts one on his wrist. He says, tonight, Zachary Wentz, you will go one-on-one with me tonight, and we're going to see how strong you are to become a member of the flock.
Your will must be broken to become whole as the flock.
And oddly enough, in a match that we were using essentially to test out the fan reaction, they reacted better to this than the street fight. However, these two didn't click, so one test kinda worked, I guess. So yeah,
luckily they're teaming up now.
Ultimately Raven able though to get the win on Zachary Wentz, indoctrinating him to the flock. After that, Indra, Europeza, and TJP are going to have a match. They're having a back and forth in the ring. Nothing really too crazy, just run-of-the-mill. Andrade seeing the new talent here, which is going to lead to a pretty good match between the two, honestly. But after the match is what really kicks it off here, when Sean Waltman attacks Andrade, and then when TJP goes to help him out, Alexander Hammerstone, he's got the little hammer, not the ball pin hammer, but just a straight up little hammer. He clocks him in the leg with it and just hits him with a knee, because knees are the thing, am I right, guys? So Sean Waltman's still not pleased with Andrade and how he disrespected him last week. Following that, what's going on with Shane Douglas here?
With Shane Douglas, Shane says that everything has been going wonderful for the Forever franchise lately, and it's enough that he's decided to expand operations, as he has brought in the young European blue chipper Royce Isaacs.
I like it. Now after that match though, Tino and him team up against FTR, but FTR is able to get the win here with the Shatter Machine on Tino, actually. And that ticks off Tino. He's actually shoving Royce and Isaac, and the two of them are getting into it already. He's saying, you shouldn't be a part of this, and hey, you ruined this for me. I was on a win streak.
This is all about me. This is not about you.
Yeah, I'm the Forever franchise. I'm the one. Why are you here? Then we got Johnny Ace coming out on his little scoot machine. He's got Cass XL with him, television title around his shoulder. Actually, no, sorry. He takes off his shoulder.
Around Cass XL.
He puts the belt in front of the scooter. It's hanging off there for some reason. He's like, okay. He said Scott had a open challenge of the week. And I think we should continue that tradition. Cass, have at ye. Who's coming out? And then out comes Scott Norton and Carl Anderson, Rockstar Spud. And he's like, okay. He's like, only one of you gets an opportunity, though, tonight. Not all of you. Scott says, don't worry. He says, I'm not that guy. Carl, you just sit back, examine him, okay? I'm a little beat up from last week. I'm feeling under the weather. Rock, go out there, Spud. You got this. So the boy, Rockstar Spud, goes down there, and can you guess what's going to happen? That's right. Boom. Got him.
Boom.
East River Crossing. Big boot, East River Crossing. I don't even know, Tilt-A-Whirl Slam or something.
Yeah.
And first defense there with the belt.
It's
Then we go to the Rosemary, having a match against Toni Storm. Not bad. It was a little breather match, and after the match, Tennille Dashwood comes out, but Tanera Conti also comes out and says that Tennille ruined her chances of becoming women's champion, and that she demands that she become number one contender. And
she demands all eyes on Tanara.
Tennille's looking back and forth between the two of them, and she actually goes and hits Tanari instead, but then Rosemary hits her with that black mist also in the eyes.
The black mist, that's 2 weeks in a row.
I know. And then after that, Ohio versus everyone. Or everything. Is it everything or everyone?
Everyone.
That was everyone. What's going on with the Kris brothers here? You're a dude from Ohio. You should know what type of tomfoolery they get into.
Here to take the tag division by storm. The tag division is definitely one of the stronger ones in the industry today, and the Kris brothers add another big, nice, heavy, shiny trophy to the tag team division.
I like it. Gotta increase that tag team culture right there. And they're able to take on the Colognes
Another
here.
Great team here, the Clones, but the OVE picks up that win.
Super
Jake
kick.
Kris with the super kick party on Eddie Colognes.
I like it. It's honestly like, it's nice because we haven't had like a million submissions, tonight, like last week. After that, guess who invades the ring after that match? It's Alberto Patron.
Alberto.
He's kicking. He's like ripping the side of the ring apron.
Up the mat on the side of the ring.
Yeah, he's like spitting in people's cups and then giving it back to them, and like it's like, dude, come on, you remember last year? And so Eric Bischoff comes out. He said it's all right. You know what? It's all right. Alberto,
I solved my problem.
You have your tantrum. I'm solving my problems. And I guess you could say I have an enforcer tonight. And out comes Jeff Cobb, ready to fight Alberto. He's getting ready, but he just runs out of the ring, all scared, and jumps over the barricade. He said, nah, he's laughing. But Jeff Cobb, guess what? He ain't about that. He squares up and he goes after him. And Alberto's running up the steps and just leaves the building. He's out of here.
And as Alberto's being chased out, Bischoff gets on the mic and says, you can run all you want, but you can't run a Spring Stampede.
I love it. EC3 Austin Aries tonight. EC3 able to get the win against Austin Aries with a sweet meat sizzler. What type of finisher is that? And after the match, Joe Hennig confronts him. He says, so, Ethan, greatest man that ever lived. Well, why don't we prove that at Spring Stampede? This World Championship.
You just bring that face of yours and I'm going to knock it off.
I like it. So, we got 83 plus 42 regions, and let's take it to Thunder. Feel the Thunder.
Give me a second to get it.
Alright, everybody, we're here on Thunder, kicking off a very intense last 24 hours, I'll say that, with dealing with some backstage stuff. That'll be interesting how that all pans out. We got Eddie Edwards debuting tonight, and he's on Carlitos Cabana. Welcome to Thunder, a Thunder in the Caribbean. He's got Orlando and Eddie. They're giving out tropical smoothies or some shit. You got Carly. He's out there. He's like, let me welcome you tonight. A bad, bad man. Mr.
From
Eddie
the main
Edwards.
streets of Boston.
From the main streets of Boston. He tries to do a little accent. And out comes Eddie Edwards. He's like, Eddie, what brings you to WCW Thunder? He's like, well, this is the premier place to be, my man. He's like, come on. I'm a fighter. You're a fighter. Come on, Carly. You know that. If there's a better place to be.
It's why I've locked myself down.
He said, speaking of lockdown, I like to say that I have a written deal with WCW.
I have locked myself down, and I declare that I will, by the end of the year, be Mr. WCW.
Oh, big statement there for Eddie. And he's got an upcoming match here tonight in the main event. After that, Milo Toxic and Maria Manic, they have a segment. He's hyping her up. He's getting her ready for her match tonight. They're kissing. They're doing some little edgy things.
I like to think they're smoking cigarettes, and she's sitting in his lap.
Yeah, they're like all very non-PG. So, Maria Manic and Angel Rose, though, able to get the win against Simeon Johnson and MJ Jenkins. I like how they called it a match that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, but it got a 44 actually. And what's going on here?
On here, so what we got is obviously we heard about everything before, and now Al Jones says, so I think that every good actor has a duo, and I think that I have a man that is perfect to fill every bit that you bring and add even more to everything you bring to the table. That man is Lio Rush. And Vincent's like, no. This is about my nephew, not that guy, my nephew, and me. I'm here, not him, me. And David says, Vincent, let me talk to you for a second. He leads Vincent out to the hallway as Al Jones kind of just snarls at Lio Rush.
It's like, oh man. Brian Pillman Jr. taking on Gunnar Miller, another young talent here. Doesn't really look young though, but what's going on here?
Here we got obviously the young blue chipper Gunnar Miller taking on Brian Pillman, who was accompanied to the ring by Kylie Ray. But during the match, obviously the thorn in Pillman's side as of late, Buff Bagwell comes down. He's over there. He's getting all up on Kylie Ray. Pillman gets distracted because he cannot stand the advances that Buff's been making lately. So he goes to the outside and tries to get him. And as he comes back in, he gets hit. Boom! Running shoulder tackle. 1, 2, 3.
Dang. Oh, also at ringside, yeah, Kylie Ray does some good stuff. I don't know why I didn't say it here, but she was. I'm kind of surprised I didn't mention that. After that, what's going on with your Ohio boys?
The Ohio boys are here again, and they're talking about the fact that they are the standard bearers for this tag division. They are the only true brothers that could do things around here. And that obviously catches the ire of the Von Erichs, who were the original WCW Tag Team Champions. And they say, we've already been to the top of the mountaintop, and we plan to get there again before you even get there for the first time.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I like it. After that, Eddie Edwards in his debut match tonight take on Jordan Clearwater, who's also his debut match. Got an initial rating of very good for his segment or his gimmick there. That's pretty good. Following up on that, we have the contract signing. Eric Bischoff welcomes you to the contract signing of the World Light Heavyweight Championship. As we go forward and make it official at Spring Stampede, Humberto, you did grab the contract at Super Brawl, making you #1 contender. Now let's bring out Mr. Jordan Oliver, and he comes out with YDF&B, and they're just going to stand there at the ring apron. And so he goes down, takes a seat, props his feet up, got the World Light Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder. He's all ready. Still got that little bandana in his head or whatever. Humberto's sitting there all cocky and proud, moving his hair over to the side. Eric says, well, this is a bit unconventional, you know. But Thunder does make history. And that's why tonight, the World Light Heavyweight Championship, well, we're going to add some prestige to it. And I think at Spring Stampede, we need to up the ante. And Humberto, you've already had the edge here with the ladder match. And Jordan, I think you've had the edge because you've got your friends at ringside. So why don't we go and why don't we have a ladder match at Spring Stampede? Jordan looks ticked. He's like, no. He's like, I can't do that. He says, me and Heights, we don't really mix together. And Humberto's sitting there laughing, smirking, and Whitey F&B's like slamming the ring apron. They're getting angry. And he's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if any of your guys at ringside touch Humberto before the match, you will get stripped of the World Light Heavyweight Championship. And they're all just freaking out and they're angry. And Jordan Oliver, he just storms out of it. And Eric says, wait. He says, Jordan, you didn't sign the contract. He says, if you don't sign that contract, I'm going to have to vacate your title here tonight. And he looks angry, and he just gets back in the ring, and he signs it, and he throws the contract back over at Humberto, and Humberto signs it, and he's just sitting there smirking and laughing as Eric's giving him the edge there going into Spring Stampede. 58 rating, and that's going to do it here. Anything you want to say, friendo?
It was a really good show. I enjoyed it. We did some really good building, obviously, for the future. Obviously, as you had stated, few written deals were made and included in this show, and I'm looking forward to seeing those guys grow in their WCW lineage.
Yeah, and those guys might be the guys to really build the future on, because I'm going to be honest, guys, AEW, WWE, New Japan, and some other companies are trying to lock down some of our people.
Screw us, guys. They're really starting to
so you might see some things shifting here and there sooner rather than later for us. But that's the wacky world of professional wrestling we live in. And until next time, everyone, keep it safe.